جاد اوف وور واحدة من الحصريات الواعرة عند سوني، لعبة اللي عندها شعبية كبيرة واللي بزاف ديال الجيمرز على قبل اختاروا بلاي ستيشن وما اختاروش شي جهاز اخر. الفيديو ديال اليوم غادي نهضروا على هاد اللعبة وخصوصا كيفاش جاتهم الفكرة ديالها اول مرة. السلام عليكم، معكم SolidSnake، كنشارك معكم كل مرة جديد الألعاب والكونسولز. الى اول مرة كتشوفوا القناة دعمونا بسبسكرايب وفعلوا الجرس باش ديما يوصلكم كل جديد. ما تنساوش لايك وشير مع الاصدقاء ديالكم. ما نطولش عليكم بزاف، مرحبا بكم فيديو جديد وحلقة جديدة من اش كاين في الجيم. مرحبا بكم من جديد. جاد اوف وور لعبة واعرة من الحصريات ديال سوني ومن احسن الالعاب اللي طوروا سانتا مونيكا ستوديو واللي لقات شعبية كبيرة. اللعبة خرجت اول مرة على جهاز PS2 عام 2005 واستعملت كاع الشاشات اللي في PS2 باش تعطينا احسن جرافيكس، احسن جيم بلاي، احسن ستوري لاين شبعنا اكشن وقتيل اللي تخليك تخرج كاع داك ستريس اللي جمعتي. القصة ديال اللعبة كتدور على واحد الشخصية اللي سميتها كريتوس، محارب من اسبارتا اليونانية اللي بغى ينتقم من الالهة اولمبوس بطبيعة الحال وفقا لأساطير اليونانية قديمة. كريتوس كان دار ميثاق مع إيريس إله الحرب باش يعطيه قوة خارقة اللي تخليه يتغلب على كاع الأعداء ديالو ويكون أقوى إنسان على وجه الأرض، مقابل أنه يوهب الحياة لإيريس. لكن إيريس تحكم به واستغله وخلاه يهجم على الشعب ديالو، وبسبب هذا الهجوم وبلا ما يرد البال كريتوس غادي يقتل العائلة ديالو. هادشي لاس كريتوس كيقلب ينتقم من كاع آلهة أولمبوس.
But to Kratos, victory was worth any price, even his soul.
Ares! Destroy my enemies, and my life is yours!
The sky split apart, and the god of war stepped through. Descending from Olympus, he saw the makings of a god in a mere mortal. Ares would save Kratos. He would turn him into the perfect warrior, his servant on Earth. Only a simple pledge of loyalty was required.
My life is yours, Ares. From this day, I shall carry forth your will.
الفكرة ديال اللعبة كيفاش جات والتفاصيل ديالها غادي يجاوب عليها ديفيد جيفي، المدير التنفيذي السابق ديال سانتا مونيكا ستوديوز، واللي في لقاء صحفي سولوه على الفكرة كيفاش جاتو وهذا كان هو الجواب ديالو.
So let's talk about how God of War started. How did you even come up for the idea for this brand new universe, as you were saying?
Well, you're a dick. In the best possible way. That even sounds not good. No, but no, seriously. So I had always wanted to do a game that felt like you were going on this big adventure, and so that and my initial love of Greek mythology were sort of the initial ideas of, hey, let's make a God of War, or let's make a Greek video game, and then there was a sense of brutality and violence, frankly, is something that a lot of gamers that sort of embrace this genre like, and we were kind of like, well, what if we kind of mix that with Greek mythology, which was very violent and very sexual and very adult, and if you read it, and so that's sort of where it all really began. Everybody already knows it's a team effort. Everybody knows that Jaffe didn't do God of War 1 by himself, but until Corey came on and brought the animation to Kratos, it was like I could show everybody videos of Russell Crowe and Romper Stomper till the fucking cows come home. But I did. I said, you see how he's slamming this guy's head into the bar? But until Corey came on and was able to actually take that and express it through animation, he was kind of a dead character. And Corey is as much as, if not more, the father of Kratos than I am.
Oh, Dave.
It's true.
He actually explained what the character was. Oh, sorry, but he said it was Martin Riggs and Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
That was the example you gave. First day on the job, he's like, hey, Greek mythology, he's Martin Riggs and he's Russell Crowe. Go.
I remember the one sheet that we turned into Sony that said sort of what if, it actually said what if Paul Verhoeven, which nobody knew, so I changed it to Ridley Scott, but what if Ridley Scott directed Clash of the Titans? And it was the idea of basically taking that kind of very adult sensibility and applying it to Greek mythology. And so there were a lot of stories that, we originally had Kratos mimicking the Perseus's mother story where he was put in a box and thrown into the ocean and covered with chains, and that's where his chains originally came from because it crashed on the rocks, and Ares was attacking the seaside village. And I mean, it was and everything kind of technology and animation, and Charlie Wynn, who was the concept artist who really kind of gave birth to this character visually, everything fed into everything else. And my favorite story about that just really shows how incestuous it is that Charlie was doing, I went to him and I said, do a version of Kratos like Ed Norton from American History X when he was the Nazi. Right? Because he was just so, I mean, he's a Nazi, but in terms of his physique, that scene where he curb stomps that guy and he's like, "Argh," and it's like, holy shit, he's badass, you know? And so he kind of did, it didn't look like Ed Norton, but it had that vibe. And the way Charlie draws, and I don't know if most artists do this, but I've never encountered this, where he drew it, but the skin was all white. And it wasn't that it was white, it was like a primer or something. And I mistook that for, oh, you gave him white skin, that's awesome. He's like, no, I got to color him in. And I said, oh, no, don't do that. This is genius. And from that, I remember it was me and Charlie and one other guy, I forget who it was, standing there. And we said, well, we got to come up with a reason why he has this skin now. And that gave birth to the story of, hey, he kills his family and he gets cursed and that's the ashes of his dead family. So everything on a game, because it's not like a movie where you have a screenplay and then you make it. You're making the game well before you know all the elements of the story. Everything kind of fed into each other until the very end. And it's like, oh, I guess we have a complete product.
من بعد الضجة الكبيرة والنجاح الرائع اللي داروا God of War من بعد أول إصدار، سانتا مونيكا ستوديوز غاديين يكملوا في المسيرة ديالهم مع God of War وغادي يطوروها أكثر وأكثر، وكل جزء كيبان أحسن من اللي قبله، لا من ناحية القصة أو من ناحية القتالية أو الأسلحة، حتى أن اللعبة بدات غادي وكتصعب. أول لعبة ديال God of War بانت عام 2005 في PS2، موراها خرجت God of War 2 في 2007 في PS2، من موراها God of War Betrayal اللي خرجت جافا في موبايل في نفس العام. من بعد 2008 God of War Chain of Olympus في PSP. 2009 خرجت God of War Collection اللي كانت جامعة بين God of War 1 و 2 اللي خرجوا في PS2 ولكن جرافيكس أحسن على PS3. 2010 خرجت الواعرة بالجهد God of War 3 في PS3، وفي نفس العام خرجت God of War Ghost of Sparta في PSP. في 2011 خرجت God of War Origin Collection اللي كانت ريميك أو ريماستر ديال God of War Ghost of Sparta و God of War Chain of Olympus اللي خرجوا في PSP، ولكن هذه المرة بجرافيكس أحسن على PS3. 2012 سوني غادي تجمع كاع الأجزاء اللي ذكرنا قبل CD واحد، سمته God of War Saga، خرج في PS3. 2013 خرجت God of War Ascension على PS3. في 2014 خرجت God of War Collection في PS3 ولكن هذه المرة في PS Vita. 2015 خرجت God of War 3 Remastered على جهاز PS4. 2018 بدأت جنريشن جديدة في God of War على PS4. 2022 خرجت God of War Ragnarok على PS4 و PS5. 2023 خرجت DLC God of War Ragnarok Valhalla على PS4 و PS5 كتتمة God of War Ragnarok. المهم خوتي خواتاتي، حتى لهنا تكون سالات الحلقه ديالنا. الا عجبكم الفيديو ما تنساوش ديروا واحد لايك، شير الفيديو مع الاصدقاء ديالكم. الا عجبكم المحتوى ما تنساوش تناولوا الاشتراكات ديالكم وفعلوا داك الجرس باش ديما يوصلكم الجديد ديالنا. كان معكم SolidSnake، نشوفكم في فيديو جاي ان شاء الله.